they may have just met their match. As we know, the trans community is quite a vocal force when it comes to things that they don't like. We've seen this with what happens with Dave Chappelle, and we've seen this with people getting in trouble with the law on Twitter, so-called TERFs, getting a bit of bother with the trans community. A lot of it goes on. Now, the thing is, you've got this very vocal minority that likes to shut things down and get things done. And then you have this constant thing going on with big corporations of pandering to vocal communities that are vocal, very vocal minorities of minorities, if you like. And we've seen them, trying to pander to them constantly, whether it's Gillette or Hollywood movies. And a lot of the time it's blown up in their face. Now, you see, the thing is, when the corporations and the trans community go against certain groups, when they're making themselves known, when they're making their voices heard, they've had an easy run of it. But they've never gone against the Mumsnet mums. This may be a significant turning point. There seems to be a few significant turning points coming. I am predicting a huge shift coming as corporations realise that this ain't good for business. And as more people start to speak out, and then possibly is a recession coming. I can smell it, I'm getting whiffs of it. But here's the point, ladies and gents. Mumsnet mums are quite well known. If you deal in business, you have products to sell. Mumsnet community is a very useful community, and one you want to get on side, because mums talk a lot, and they're very protective. They have their nurturing nature. They're mums, man. They're big spend. They spend the cash. All right, they decide, and they talk. So a lot of people see it beneficial to, get on the right side of Mumsnet mums. At mums in general. And the one thing you don't want to upset is Mumsnet mums or mums. Angry mums on the internet are the angriest. If you want to talk about one group of people that you don't want to piss off, it's mums on the internet. Mums on the internet, on Facebook, I'll talk about this a lot, they'll share just horrific things involving children and get angry about it, or just generally anything that really pisses them off. So for Flora to piss off the Mumsnet mums, this is a very unwise move from them, because Mumsnet mums are not a minority. They're a fucking majority. There's loads of them. There's millions of Mumsnet mums. And if you want to go against the Mumsnet mums, and the Mumsnet mums are talking about freedom of speech now, my God, what are you doing? Trans activists. Ooh. You're about to feel the wrath of hell. Flora? R.I.P. So what's happened? Well, once you listen to that, furious mothers boycott Flora Margarine after it pulls its adverts from Mumsnet in transphobia row following complaints from a handful of transgender activists. Let's have a look. The makers of Flora face a furious backlash after the company stopped advertising on Mumsnet because campaigners claimed the parenting website was transphobic. Mothers across Britain are now boycotting the firm that owns the margarine brand, which had responded to complaints by a handful of transgender activists. I don't know. Firmly denying that they are transphobic, the founders of Mumsnet insist that they are simply defending the right to free speech. Now, you think about how a lot of the left-wing press and left-leaning vocal speakers, sorry, I can't really put sentences together today, my apologies, how they've used this whole freedom of speech thing as sort of a weapon against people, as in, when people bang on about freedom of speech, they just say, oh, that's like far right wing talk, basically. Freedom of speech. How they're going to try and label Mumsnet mums far right extremists, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they'll give it a try. I mean, by all means, they will give it a try. But I don't think they're going to be able to this time. I don't think you can do it. Yeah, we'll see. Mumsnet was set up to allow parents to share tips or stories and boasts 10 million users. That's right, motherfucker. Its online discussion board has been a platform for transgender issues, particularly relating to the growing number of children now declaring a wish to change sex. Last night, dozens of women vowed to stop buying Flora or any other product sold by the company Upfield, which also sells I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. I can't believe they sell I Can't Believe It's Not Butter and Flora. I mean, Monopoly much? Deborah Baker commented on Twitter, I am wholly committed to free speech and mothers' women freedom to discuss issues which pertain to them and have decided to boycott Flora. I was a pretty loyal customer with 2 teenage boys, but I cannot buy from companies that support the silencing of #women. That's all women. The silencing of women. Another angry Mumsnet user declared. Listen what you've done. An angry Mumsnet user. Well, it's no great loss to Flora, is it? I mean, women are only responsible for the majority of household budgeting, shopping, etc. And there's only a few million of us on here. Oh, it's old school mums. Proud stay-at-home mums. Proud motherly mums. Not all of them are stay-at-home mums either. The ones that do the budgeting. The old-fashioned values of the mum is about to tear your asshole a new asshole. You're going to have the double asshole right now, motherfucker. Oh, you went and did it, didn't you? Look how proud she is. She's angry again. Well done. Exactly. You see, businesses, I mean, you wonder how Thomas Cook went out of business through just financial muppetry. Well, it does seem that a lot of businesses are losing their minds or have forgotten about customer base and knowing your customers. They seem to have thrown that out the window. Gillette didn't realise who their customers were after all these years, and now Flora don't realise either. Think of all those sandwiches which won't have Flora on it anymore. You see, to pander to a very vocal minority just makes complete... It's business suicide. Because, who advises them on doing these things and making these decisions? That do they really think that most people, especially Mumsnet mums, are going to give a shit about what the trans community think when it comes to buying margarine? People don't run away from products in such a way. This isn't a lost profit situation. And if you're unfamiliar with the lost profits, well, you're lucky you. Lost profits were a very big group. For what they were, Welsh emo band. Had a bit of success in America. But unfortunately, if you didn't realise that the lead singer, Ian Watkins, not to be confused with Ian H. Watkins from Steps, he's not a wrong one, but Ian Watkins did very wrong things with babies. He's the kind of guy that Mumsnet mums would crucify and then chop up with a chainsaw whilst dousing in fire. See, Ian Watkins did weird things to babies, and therefore the brand of the Lost Prophets was completely sullied. People with Lost Prophet tattoos probably going to get those removed. People probably not listening to their albums no more. Removed from Spotify, removed from the internet. The former band members distraught that their dream job was destroyed because their lead singer was, a disgusting human being, to be honest. This isn't that, you see. No one cares. people care about the right kind of things when it came to Gary Glitter or the Lost Profits. Even if the chief executive of this company that owns Flora was discovered to be a Jeffrey Epstein rape island type person, you're not going to see the sales of Flora going down that much, to be honest with you. This is why I want to break it to you. Because the brand is the brand, okay? There's nothing really that you can do. You have to do something really, really awful. Someone have to prove that it have to be about 4 people contracted herpes or HIV from eating Flora. Then you're going to see some brand problems. But because they advertise on Mumsnet, and some people on Mumsnet, out of the 10 million users, some of them have their own opinions on transgenderism, and you're going to pull the advertising from it. Right? Because of this minority. Because some transgender people have a problem on one place that you advertise on. What? No one's going to care. But I tell you the one thing that will hurt you as much as people discovering that Flora contained herpes. And, sorry, this is the 4 cases of herpes and 4 cases of HIV. You went and fucked with the Mumsnet mums. Oh. That's as bad as your chief executive being a baby fiddler. Bruh. Now I'm saying Flora are going to be hurt hard by this. Well, we'll see. We'll see how powerful the Mumsnet mums are. But for the rest of it, Flora will survive. But this is a very silly idea that you did. You see, do you want me to re-explain it to you, Flora? The Mumsnet mums have more power than that. Like, they care more. And the average consumer doesn't care about the fact that Mumsnet talks about transgender issues and you advertise on there. Okay. But the Mumsnet mums do care about you doing this. And there's a lot of them. Is this all making sense now? Upfield's decision was announced on Friday after campaigners for transgender rights said they would stop buying Flora while it was linked to the parenting website. This is so dumb. Oh. How many transgender people are just break it down by numbers? Like, what's all business thinking is this? Break it down by numbers. How many transgender people are in the UK? Okay. How many mums on Mumsnet are in the UK? How much reduction in sales are there going to be? How many people care, and how many supporters of this latest campaign by the trans community care enough to stop buying Flora? Do the numbers add up? One activist, Helen Islam, who uses the pseudonym Mimimum on Twitter, tweeted, "I like Flora, but there is absolutely no way I'm going to buy it while it is partnering with Mumsnet, which platforms nasty trans hostile posts on its website." Oh my god, it's a website that has 10 million mums on it. There's a lot of mums with a lot of differing opinions. Not all mums have the same opinion, apart from the fact is, don't do weird things to my kids. I think it's the only shared opinion one they have. Ms. Islam, who was previously embroiled in controversy after complaints she made to police about a transsexual, Miranda Yardley, resulted in Britain's first hate crime prosecution. The case was thrown out and the costs awarded to Yardley. Within an hour of Ms. Islam's comments about Flora, Upfield responded online saying it took its human rights and diversity policies very seriously and had started an investigation. The next day, the firm released a statement telling its customers, "We've investigated. We are wholly committed to our values, which include treating everyone equally, so have made the decision to no longer work with Mumsnet." You are not recession-proof, my friends. Last night, Mumsnet founder Justine Roberts accused the brand of bowing to pressure from a handful of activists on Twitter. She added, Mumsnet has turned down hundreds of thousands of pounds of advertising over the years from companies which we feel don't make parents' lives easier. So we're well used to putting purpose before profit. I do think in the end consumers will value companies which show a bit of backbone. Laura Perrins, co-editor of online magazine The Conservative Woman, said it is a ridiculous decision that will have a chilling impact on free speech. Upfield are bowing to an extremist view if they think you can't discuss these matters on an internet forum. If people want to, they should make their feelings known with a boycott of their own. Kiri Tunks, co-founder of Women's Place UK, which opposes the introduction of self-identification laws for transgender people, said, it's disappointing to see a company try to bully a women's online forum simply because women talk freely about politics and feminism there. Karen Ngala Smith, chief executive of Women's Domestic Violence Charity in London, oh, you're in for it. I find the expectation that women who share motherhood don't have the right to talk about anything political beyond motherhood absolutely cystic, patriarchal nonsense. She looks after battered women. You've pissed her off. Good God, what have you done? I'd be delighted to see women voting with their purses to show Flora that if they choose not to support their right to speak, women will fight back. A spokesman for Upfield said, we are wholly committed to our values, which includes treating everyone equally. We feel more could be done to moderate online discussion and tackle discriminatory posts. Alright, I'll throw it out there. I'm just gonna say, I think Flora makes you anti-Semitic. That's what I think. I think there's a direct link between Flora and anti-Semitism. See, I can say what the fuck I want. I can say what I want, okay? It's just a joke. I can say what I want. What if it turned out to be true? I'd just be ahead of the curve, wouldn't I? Everyone needs to stop fucking up. You know, it's just bizarre. It's bizarre. Advertising is advertising. All sorts of people buy products. Are you going to reach a point where you don't want certain people to buy your products? Are you going to start banning people from buying products? Is that the next step? Are we going to reach a stage where we have, think about biotechnology. What about biotechnology? With fingerprint scanning, retina scanning, DNA. Technology is advancing so fast that perhaps we could reach a point where there's products and you have to get your fingerprint scanned before buying the product. And you might be on a database of people that they're like, no, we don't want you to buy our products. I mean, it could happen. I mean, would you be surprised if it went that way? If they actually were selective about who they wanted to buy their products by banning them, just so no one would get upset. You know? Is that what you're gonna do? Do you think the way to make equality is to make sure everyone who has a difference of opinion just starves to death? Is that the idea? I don't know. If I was you, if Flora, I don't buck your ideas, but if I was you, the viewer, fucking boycott Flora. Fuck it. I mean, I don't eat margarine anyway. So I already boycotted it. But boycott it. Do it. Just do it. Do it. See what happens. Just do it. Why not? There's people boycotting stuff for like stupid reasons. But now you got Flora boycotting something for a stupid reason. So therefore they should be boycotted. It's a counter boycott. Let's see how they like it. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? Idiots out there who won't buy stuff from Israel. You're an idiot. Boycott Flora instead. Make a stand, man. It's about time, because this is... We've got the Mumsnet mums on our sides now. Shit's about to get super ugly. Super ugly. Don't mess with the mums.